Now, first of all, can you see me and can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? There'll be a slight delay on the chat, so forgive me if I don't reply straight away. You got me? Jenna's just... I'm guessing you can, because it's just gone live on my YouTube as well. It's like a minute behind. Jolly good. So first of all, as I was explaining to those of you in chat already, excuse me if I look a bit rough. I've literally just got home from a 10-hour shift in blistering sunlight at the British Motor Museum for the Forza Horizon 6 launch, and I ended out on the car park marshalling visitors and cars and things like that. So I've had a wonderful day. My feet are killing me. I've had factor 50 all over my face and my arms and across here, so I haven't got too burned. So who have we got in? We've got Deb, we've got Beely Creations, that's Charity, I believe, Jenna, Deb, Rob, Leslie. Have I missed anybody? I hope I haven't. Thank you all so much for being here. And thanks for confirming you can hear me all right. So yes, so sorry if I look a bit rough. I've literally run in, had a bath. Oh, did I need a bath? And I washed my hair and eaten, and here I am. So you know, you get what you see. And because I've definitely earned it today, a cold beer. Oh, hi. Who else you got? Ellie, Sherry. Hi, Anita. Trendy, sorry, I can never remember your names, everybody. It's so good to see you all. I don't know how many people I've got watching. For some reason, it's not telling me. But thank you all ever so much for being here. I just wanted to jump in and say, I'll tell you a few things, really. I've got a couple of good bits of news that I'm just so excited. I really want to share with you. And also, obviously, to say thank you. Or the poison green nails. Thank you, Deb. It is as close as I could get to the green on a Monster Energy can. Hi, Kitty. And apparently it's almost Lamborghini Verde Mantis. There you go, car reference. Just thought I'd have a change. 13 in other. Okay, that's lovely. Don't know how many we've got on Facebook as well, though, and Insta. I've got a feeling most of you will be on YouTube, though, so that could be it. So, yes, let's get some thank yous out of the way first, because I owe you all a massive, massive thank you. This video will be available on replay. So for anybody, well, it's live. So for anybody who catches it later, this is to all of you. So thank you so much to my channel members. I know some of you have been with me almost since day one, which is incredible. Your support means, honestly, it means the absolute world to me. So thank you, channel members, new and old. Obviously, thank you to the subscribers, because you've cleared 30,000 for me. I think I'm about 30,300 now. So well over and climbing. And I am still shocked that anybody wants to watch my videos. So thank you, you crazy people. Of course, I have to say thank you to those who view but maybe don't subscribe. Please, if you would, do subscribe, because it's free and it means a lot to me. But if you're just watching my videos, then that is what pays the bills. So I really, really appreciate that. And I very much appreciate all of you who put comments below the videos, because that's so heartwarming. I appreciate your kindness. And yes, Leslie, they are Coaster Kawasaki green. Mark did point that out as well. Hi, Resin and Reveal. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just shocked so many of you are so kind and are still enjoying my videos, and are hi Digo, and are, yes, putting the comments. That's where I was, wasn't it? It's all right, I haven't made notes. You can probably guess. Do I ever? Because those comments not only help me to confirm why I'm doing this. I'm trying to, give people entertainment. And I mean, yeah, I'm not a granny. I'm not a mummy even. I'm old enough to be a granny, probably a great granny. yeah, so it's good to know that I'm reaching people and either giving you entertainment or something educational or just whatever it is that I'm giving you. I've got to go get a job. I'm retired. Thanks, laid back hack. I'm retired. This is now my job. So thank you all so much, everyone. Obviously, I also want to thank the suppliers because so many of you have been, the suppliers have been with me. I foster a community, I suppose, sort of do, don't I, Deb? It's lovely to have a little gang of friends. It's lovely. Treasures of Hope, Treasures of Love Shop. What a lovely name for a channel. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the suppliers have been amazing to me. There are so many that have been so very, very kind to me. Some have been with me a long time. There's some getting on board more recently. The kindness of the suppliers, and it makes it possible because they are sending me materials. There's no way I could make so many videos for you guys if I wasn't sent the materials. I do still have to buy some, obviously, but having most of it supplied, well, you all know what this stuff costs. It's massive. So I owe a huge thanks to all the suppliers who've been on board with me. Your eyes like deep ocean. I give you a compliment. No, thank you. They are sort of a dark blue. Good to hear, Rob. Thank you. Right. So the past all the thanks. I've just run out of words for how grateful I am to you all. So please accept my thanks. Now, the good news that I wanted to share with you, there's one bit that you might think, well, what the heck's that all about? And then another bit that I'm working really hard on, and I hope you'll be excited with me. So the first one is my acceptance to the Denny. Yes, you do. Anybody who thinks I've never had a proper job, Sarah Denny Jones there, she will vouch for the fact that I did. I worked with her for years. Yes, what was I going to say? I've been accepted into the Guild of Master Craftsmen. I think I'm the first resin artist that's been accepted, as far as I can tell. There are people who do those amazing river tables, so they're woodwork and resin combined. But I think I'm the first sort of crafting resin person that's like you all. So I hope that will help. I know it makes me feel very good because that makes me feel like I've been taken seriously. It's kind of a quality mark. It's very heavily monitored and quality checked and so on. So I feel I've got imposter syndrome really badly at this moment. But I can't. I'm just staggered they've accepted me. So it's lovely. But also, I think this helps to give credibility to our craft. I think so many of us do our resin craft just for fun. Of course we do. I do it for fun. But also it's quite nice if people go, oh, you do resin craft, do you? And know that it can be taken seriously, like watercolor painting or sculpture or wood turning can be. So I hope it'll do something, a little bit of something for the credibility of the community as well. I was kind of wanted to, I was there on your behalf as well as mine, really. I think that's the way I see it. So you will see the little logo pop up here and there. Big thank you so much to the people who kindly wrote references for me. They needed a whole load of references for people who've done business with me or seen me in action as a tutor, because that was a big part of my application. They do know about my tutorial qualifications, which are master's level. But the references that so many people sent in kindly to reference that in the resin world, and also my makes and the goods from my store and all that sort of thing, all added up. And yeah, so I'm just don't know what else to say about that. I'm just so excited. Apparently, I'm going to get a big folder with all the lovely information in, and it comes with a lot of extra perks as well as just that sort of seal of approval. So yeah, that's me excited. The other bit of news I've got for you, and then if you want to have a bit of a natter and we can ask questions and stuff, that's fine. But the other big bit of news I've got for you, which I've as just by total accident, really, um, coincided with the guild approval coming through and the 30,000 subscribers. I've been setting up a community on the school, it's with a K, school platform, where we can have a free community where people can just chat, talk crafts. At the moment, it'll be mostly resin craft, but I've noticed already I'm getting people from various crafts joining, which is brilliant. I want it to spread beyond just my own crafts over time. So there'll be a chat. I'm going to try and put out like a little monthly challenge to people, a crafting challenge. People will be able to direct message me rather than trying to email me all the time. So I think that'll make life a bit easier for anybody who wants to get in touch and ask me questions or whatever. We're also going to be able to do a monthly Q&A catch up, some bit like what we're doing here, really, where we can all ask questions. And if I might not necessarily know the answer, but somebody else in chat might, so we can compare notes for any of you learning your crafts. The main content and a load of resources, so downloadable things, will be free. Because I want this to be an inclusive opportunity for everybody at that sort of community collaborating type of level. Now, there also will be optional further tiers of membership. There will be a premium member, which will entitle you to proper one-to-ones with me and a few other resources and so on. And there will also be a VIP level, which will entitle you to more one-to-ones with me. Now, as I always say, I'm not an expert, but if somebody wants to sit down and say, Trace, how do I do this? If I know, I will be delighted to help. I love sharing. I was a learning and development specialist for years because I've always kind of got off on people I work with succeeding more than me succeeding myself, if that makes sense. Leslie, it's on the school platform. What I'll do is put the link to it below this video. Like I said, the base level is free. You've got those options of paid levels, and I will be loading up a load of courses and other resources as well. I'm working on that, so give me time. This is very new. Some of those courses, I will be putting some little mini courses on that will also be free. I'm going to do a guide to jewellery finding, for example. That will be a freebie, and all that sort of thing. But then there will be paid courses as well. But I'm planning to keep those affordable rather than go crazy, because I'd rather try and reach a lot of people. But there's going to be a lot more work goes into those rather than just be a video that like you could have got on YouTube. There'll be full-on step-by-steps. There'll be follow-up chats with me to pick up any questions you've got. We'll have little group get-togethers for those people doing those courses, all online, obviously. There'll be little course notes and workbooks and all sorts of helpful stuff. So it won't just be a video, you know, it'll be a proper package, so to speak, a proper little learning package, because obviously that's my background. Now, those of you who are already paying members on my channel, please drop me an email and I will send you an invite. Or if you've already booked yourself in through the school platform, because you can try join that way anyway, whichever way, will you just sort of give me a wave, because I will be able to upgrade people who are members of my channel to the premium level, because you're already paying to be a member of my channel. So I'll upgrade you automatically to the premium level. So you needn't worry about that. So whichever way you choose to join, either by dropping me an email and I reply and invite you, or whether you just go onto the school platform itself and join me through there, just give me a shout. Once you're into the school platform, you can DM me anyway, just to remind me to give you that upgrade if you're already a channel member, so that you're not paying twice, so to speak. But it is going to be we're going to keep the prices very sensible as well. So I want to sort of spread my net and give as many options for people to access the learning around the crafts as possible. In the fullness of time, what I'm really hoping is that other people will join in. So people who do other crafts and would like to share their knowledge, because once I've got this platform and I'm paying for it, we might as well welcome other people on board to save them having to pay for a separate one of theirs. So we're calling it the Craft Hub, and I'm hoping it will grow like a weed. Now, the way to get the best out of it is to get stuck in with the chats. I've split them into separate little headings. So there's one for just general chat. So anybody who joins in, please pop in there and just introduce yourself and tell us what crafting you do and what you want to learn, and just let us know a bit about you. Then there's one where you can show your work, and there's and so on. So there's maybe specific topics, just to keep it tidy. Otherwise, it will just end up a big mishmash of comments and things. And yeah, as I say, I'll try and put out some content for you regularly in there. I will be checking the messages a couple of times a day at least. So if anybody has DM'd me to ask a question, it's going to be the quickest way for me to get to you and jump on it. There are already about 20 members in there. Some of them are people who have been helping me for a while, and so they're jumping in there too. And some are people who've just somehow found me through the school platform, and I don't know who they are, but they sound like nice people and they're into craft, so that's good. So this is the official launch really today. The other thing I would ask you, as I start to evolve it, please give me feedback, those of you who do join in, because I'd love to be a mind reader, but I'm not. So if you're thinking, I wish she'd do this, or I wish she'd stop doing that, or oh look, she's made a typo. I can't type or do maths. Then please do. Your input will be invaluable. I want it to be for everybody. So the more involvement from you guys, the better. It's also got a leaderboard thing, which is funny. Now, if you've just joined school, you might find that for the first couple of days, you can't post anything. And that's because it's trying to avoid trolls. Then once it thinks, oh no, this is a real human, and you can start posting and things, every bit of engagement, that's what it's trying to encourage, then you kind of get points. So if you're sharing your crafts or asking questions to ask the community a question, or any sort of interactivity that's going into the channel, you get points. Now I've got to come up with some prizes, because points make prizes, don't they? So I'll come up with something. I don't know what it'll be. I'm thinking for the first month, it might be if somebody wins in the first month. So shall we say where are we now? We're near the end of May. So let's say at the end of June, whoever's the top of the leaderboard, other than me, because I appear on it for some reason, if you're not already a VIP member, that's the top rung of memberships, I will upgrade you to that. If you are, then I'll just do a virtual hug, because I don't know what to do beyond then. So actually, on that topic, actually, let me know what you think about what good prizes might be. I don't want to start posting things, because that gets messy and things get lost in the post. And it's just, I try to avoid doing that, frankly. But I've got digital downloads. There's already some on there, actually. I've got, I don't know, I could do extra one-to-ones with you. I don't know, I'm up for ideas. I could make little certificates you could download. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. So it's going to be fun. I don't want anybody taking it too seriously. However, if you do want to get really involved and want to invest in the courses when I get them online, basically that's all helping to fund me doing it. So, obviously I appreciate that, and they will be way over and above what you would just get from one of my YouTube videos. They'll be proper in-depth, bite-sized little bit, bite-sized chunks. Then you can get in touch with me if you've got questions and all that sort of thing. So proper like learning program, rather than just a quick video. I don't know what else to tell you. It's mad, isn't it? As you can probably tell, I'm a bit excited about this, and I'm having a celebratory cold can of Carlsberg. I was so thirsty when I got home. I drank gallons of water as well, but Mark had got these in the fridge, which was lovely. But I have got blisters on my feet. It was a very long day, very good day. Anybody who knows about computer games, Forza Horizon 6, it was the launch today. So I had a car park full of Japanese cars and people doing what's it called? Drifting. Big TV screens, Hollywood star there with his entourage, all that stuff. So Leslie's, she does all sorts. I think this is the thing. Many of us. Cheers, Jenna. He knows I like a drop of Carlsberg. I think this is the thing. Although, I mean, resin is my thing at the moment. I go through phases, but this is a very long phase. You probably know I've been dabbling in watercolor painting since being inspired by Kel at Gert Creates. Yeah, I've got some air dry clay. That's her fault as well. What else is there? Eco casting powders I've got into. I do all sorts. It's just that obviously resin's become all a bit all encompassing. Leslie says her hubby likes the Forza games. Tell him I've now seen Horizon 6 up on a big screen. It does look pretty epic. And at the event today, we'd actually got some of the cars from the game. So if you get so many thousand points, you can have this car. And it was the actual cars that they were modelled on, that the game ones were modelled on, not just one like it. In some cases it was, but in some cases it was the actual one from that the game's modelled on. We'd also got some of the cars from, is it called the Drift or Drifter or something? It's one of the guys who was in the Fast and the Furious. He was our celebrity guest today. There was about a 2-hour queue to meet and greet him in the hot sun. They were starting sing-songs and everything in this queue. It was incredible. The atmosphere was amazing. And he was lovely, apparently. But he's got a new film. Don't quite know when it's out, but he was there with his producer and all sorts of people with the actual cars from the film. For those who watch Top Gear and the Grand Tour, we'd also got there, and I think it features in one of the games as well, the red Toyota Hilux that they took to the magnetic North Pole. And it's obviously had some love since they got it back from that because it's shiny and beautiful. So that was going around the drift arena as well. It wouldn't drift because it's 4-wheel drive and everything. Don't think you could make that drift. But yeah, it was doing a parade around looking rather fabulous with the toilet seat still stuck on the back with the stuntman sat on the toilet seat waving at everybody, which was funny. Has anybody got any questions? Because I've told you about, I've thanked you for your support in the, it's nearly 4 years now since I started YouTube. And for that 30,000 subscribers, for the nearly 3 million views and all that sort of thing. And then I've told you about my membership of the Guild of Master Craftsmen and obviously this school thing. So has anybody got any questions about any of that? Oh, Charity's into the resin because, yeah, it does. It has a lot of facets. That's a good word for it. Not Sherry, Charity. Sewing, stickers and decals, screen printing, jewellery, woodworking. I find there's quite a bit of an overlap as well. I've got very into laser cutting lately as well because I can laser cut things and I can do resiny stuff on as well. You kind of get a lot of overlaps, don't you? I mean, jewellery overlaps with resin, for example, as Sherry Hart's showing us on her resin channel lately. In fact, she started a playlist that anybody can join to really showcase a load of jewellery making. Leslie says, tell us more about the Guild. Well, the Guild's been around officially since the 70s, but guilds are set up to kind of champion the cause and help to maintain the standards of the crafts represented. So in there, we've got everything from specialist builders, woodworkers, I believe there's some artists. You can actually go onto their website. So if you look at Guild of Master Craftsmen, it will come up and it will tell you more about it. But you can go on there and think, I need a serious craftsperson who's really good at this. It's probably the sort of organisation where my late brother would have found people to work on his stately home for him, because not everybody can bend marble sheeting or do real gold gilding that English Heritage are happy with on your listed building. So they've got all those sort of craftspeople as well. But there's increasingly regular craftspeople who are kind of trying to take it that step further. You have to be vetted like crazy. It took me a while to get accepted, needless to say. Hi, is it Ross? There we go, there's people piling in. Excellent. There's a lot of perks that go with it for me, as well as the credibility and being able to use the logo, which is great, tying it in with the launch of this. It's like a quality mark, really. So it ties in with the launch of my school community too. I also will get legal support, arbitration services. I get discounts on Dell computers, various car brands. So there's lots of little perks within it as well, but some of them are really quite substantial. And if somebody goes onto their website in the next few weeks, my profile should appear on there. So if anybody goes, I wonder who could run me a good workshop on resin crafts, oh, there's this girl in Redditch that can do it. So, you know, it will give me a bit of discoverability, because really I would like to get out and do some actual teaching. As you may know, I do the make and takes at the NEC, the big craft fair just before Christmas and the one in the spring, alongside Beck Makes. So she runs a make and take, and I basically run, what did I say, probably 3/4 of those for her. I love the one-to-one teaching as well. So if anybody did find me on there and wanted to say, Tracy, would you come and run a workshop somewhere for us? I'd be, yes, I'm in. So yeah, it's quite a thing, this Guild of Master Craftsmen. Guilds have been around for a century or more, but this one was formally approved as a guild. It's got a proper coat of arms and all sorts back in the 1970s, and it's huge. So thank you those commenting on my teaching. Nigel, hello. We still need to do a live, Nigel. Congratulations on getting darn close to 100,000 subscribers. If anybody doesn't know who Nigel Lamford, who just popped into chat, is, you're going to think I'm mad unless you know what magnet fishing is. I'm hooked, and I didn't even know it existed till about a year and a half ago. Nigel has got a stupendous magnet fishing channel. I've been out and interviewed him for my other channel as well, and his sidekicks, Paul and Terry. It's fascinating, and they're blinking funny. So if you get a chance, Northants Magnet Fishers, he's closing in on the 100,000. When I saw him, when was it, Nigel? Last summer, wasn't it? Must be just under a year. He was at 40,000. You wouldn't believe the stuff they pull out of rivers. It's kind of compelling viewing. And I'm going to go and visit them again, because he's doing a big charity event soon. So look out for my video on that as well. Leslie, I am thinking about actually setting up some workshops. There are some local venues. I'd like to run my own little craft retreat type thing, because they can be very expensive, because they tend to be at stately homes and things like that. I know Lou at Create and Bloom does some much more affordable, but it's Lou at Create and Bloom. They're going to be really high quality workshops in Bourton on the Water in the Cotswolds, but there's nothing round here like it that is particularly that's like at a more affordable level. So I am quite tempted to try to look at setting one up next year. Leslie, it could be because you've got some people tuning in on Facebook, some tuning in on Instagram, and some tuning in on YouTube. So don't panic. If you think, who the heck is she talking to? Nigel is on Facebook, I can see. There you go. So that might be why you're not seeing Nigel. Nigel, do you want to hop across to YouTube? Then everybody can see you, and they'll be able to go and join your channel easily. Yeah, it is. I'm split across several platforms, and I can see who's on what. Sherry and Leslie are on YouTube. Haven't checked everybody else. Nigel is actually on Facebook. Hi, Carol. Nigel might swap over, actually. He is the god of YouTube. I got fascinated by Nigel and his mate, and he'll bear this out. Nigel wears a baseball cap with a GoPro stuck on the front of it, and you can see down into the water. You can see what he's seeing. How the heck does that hat not fall in the water? And it was that was the entire premise for me starting my YouTube for Grown-Ups channel, because I'm intrigued by how other people turn hobbies into YouTube channels or businesses or whatever. So yeah, if you're intrigued, YouTube for Grown-Ups with Tracey Lippett. Go and have a look. It's only got a few hundred subscribers, but the magnet fishermen are fascinating. I've got Fish Shop Matt. He's over 100,000 subscribers. All up Sally at All Aboard Resin Creations. Flow Art by Jessica. Who I missed? Oh, Pam Duthie, who's the Etsy expert. Brian Johnson, who's a YouTube expert. Soon I've got Auto Shenanigans. I have interviewed him, but I haven't got around to editing it yet because I'm having problems with the sound. And Somerset Shrimp Shack, a lovely young man who's set up a business and a thriving YouTube and TikTok channel, breeding shrimp for your aquariums. Go figure. There's Nigel. He's now on as Northants Magnet Fishing. Yeah, I know. I did say you didn't have to grow up, Nigel. So there's Nigel's channel. That's what it's called. So if you search at Northants Magnet Fishing, you can go and find him. Of course, in this chat as well, there are a bunch of resin crafters. So if you want to go and check them out. Hi, KJ Rogers. So yeah, there's been a lot of people who've supported me so far, and it's just, I'm blown away by it. I know my numbers are nowhere near Nigel's yet, but I just can't believe how brilliant you all are to me. Oh, there you go, Leslie. Look up Nigel's channel. Honestly, Northants Magnet Fishers, go and check him out. We've got a few resin crafters in the chat here. I know who's got a channel. Shout up. I know Beely Creations. That is Charity. Very new channel. She's doing great. She's producing some lovely stuff. We've also got Sherry Hart, which is resin by Sherry Hart. I think I've got the channel name right, Sherry. Please correct me if you're wrong. Her work is gorgeous. She's producing some amazing jewellery stuff at the moment. Who else have we got in here? Anybody else that I should know? Resin and Real. That sounds like a resin channel. Anyway, you can see all these names in chat. Go have a look because there's some cracking channels in there. Has anybody got any questions then or comments? Do I need to tell you any more about the guild? About the school platform? I might be able to show you the school platform actually, if you want me to. Do you want a quick guided tour? Hang on a minute. Just get it open. Let me see if I can screen share. I won't be able to see you lot though, so if I don't see your chat, apologies. Let me just screen share. Oh yes, it is resin by Sherry Hart. There we go. Sherry's confirmed that. Screen share. This is amateur hour. It really is. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Cancel. Why is this not finding my channel? It's because I'm on the wrong one. Told you. Amateur hour. Here it is. There you are. You've got it on screen. Hang on. Let me see if I can swap it over. Come on. There we are. Is that any bigger? No. There we go. I hope that's Speaking of, anybody's watching on your phone, you might want to watch this back when you get your when you get on a bigger screen a bit later. But let me just, I'll get across to my screen now. I know you can see it. So it's called the Craft Hub, and yes, the logo is mostly purple, of course. I've got a cat at the top of mine. You can choose to have a cat if you wish. It's one of the little features within school. I didn't do that. I just, you can pick it. Anyway, at the top here, across the top, we've got community, which is where all the chat is, which, not too surprisingly, is mostly just me. I think Sherry, Jenna, are about the only people who've commented so far. Oh, got a membership request pending. Yay, go me. But at the moment, we've got 19 members and 2 are online. At the top here also, we've got these tabs across above where the cat is. So we've got the classroom, and this will give you a flavour of the things that are to come. So the courses are going to be in that sort of purpley, tealy colour thing. And as you see, this one here, Guide to Jewellery Findings, when I've done that, I haven't filmed it yet, but that's going to be a freebie, and there'll be like little handouts and things with it. Whereas some of these others, when I get those populated, will be at a charge, because obviously it's making this possible for me to do. There's going to be a load of free resources, and I'll show you what I've got so far. In getting organised, I've got a couple of apps that I've made. My favourite is Craft Nest. Now, you download that onto your phone, you're out and about, and you think, oh, I'll take a photo of that to remind me I'm inspired by that thing, and I want to make something like that, or whatever. You've seen a thing that inspires you. So you take a snap of it with your phone and you save it into your craft flow, and there's space to put some notes as well, and it is searchable. It will put tags and everything in, and you can add extra tags as well. So you're sat there thinking a few weeks later, oh, I could do with some inspiration. I know, I'll get my little app out and you can look it up. Because I find myself in shops going, oh, there's an idea. So I thought you might like that. Craft Flow is a bit like a craft organizer where you can make more notes and things in that, but it's a similar sort of app. In the printables, so far, pattern paper. None in there yet. I'm going to produce a little pattern paper for you though. Tileable stuff that you can use for whatever you fancy, scrapbooking or anything really. Downloadable images. At the moment, there is a link to, this actually links to my Google Drive. If anybody follows my Mini Scenes Studio channel, where I'm going to be doing bits of other crafts, at the moment I'm having a play with trying to learn watercolours. And last night I released a very short video on me totally cheating at watercolours, and I'd printed off a load of little whimsical houses and cats and fish and capybaras and things like that. I basically just made with AI, so people can trace them and copy them. And that's what those are. So those will be the sort of free, and any free courses that we've got will go down here as well. So that Guide to Jewellery Findings, that's where that's going to be. So got a nice lot of free resources there. Then as we go over to calendar, not a lot on there at the moment, but when we start to have like little monthly challenges, I'm open to suggestions on that, by the way. Or if we want to have just a monthly catch up, have a coffee together, talk crafts, you know, obviously via the interweb, then that's the opportunity. And at the moment, I've got it scheduled for 8 o'clock UK time on Mondays. We'll see how that goes and what's going to work best for the majority of people. Obviously, we're worldwide, so that could be a little bit tricky. But as any other things come online, you know, maybe we get a guest speaker. I don't know, but we can put those in the calendar. And if you want to join in with that thing, you should only be able to see things that are relevant to your level of membership. But a lot of what goes in here will be applicable to everybody. But this is if you want to catch up. I just found that picture of cats, aren't they cute? If you want to join in with this, you would just go in here and click on that. You can add it to your calendar. It'll add it to your Google Calendar or whatever. You just click on that and it'll take you into it. So that should be easy for you to find. Let me just come back to my screen. I've just got to go. Okay. So I'm just making sure everybody is not asking me questions and asking me to go back or anything. I've just popped back to my screen. Thanks, Leslie. Thanks those who are having to duck out. I'll just show everybody quickly this and see if there's any more questions, and we'll call it a day anyway, if that's okay with everyone, because I really want to finish this beer. It's been such a hot day. Right, the next thing, members. Here we go. Debbie's in. Yay! So these are the members we've got at the moment. As you can see, some are already VIPs, and those are people who I have given that upgrade to because they are huge, huge supporters of my channel and will be very valuable for me to have on board already. So they've helped me get it started. So we've already got some VIP members. The rest are freebie members at the moment. We'll just see how that goes from there. I think the most people will be freebie members. Leaderboards. This is this thing I said about points and stuff. As you go up the levels, now level 1 is like newbies that you're probably not allowed to post just yet because you're new to school. If you've already got a school account, it will let you post straight away. But if you're new to school, it's a new account, you'll probably find it'll be a couple of days or so before it will let you post, as I said earlier, just to filter out trolls. So the minute you start posting, even if you just introduce yourself, you'll probably end up pretty much straight onto level 2, and that starts to unlock things such as being able to book a one-to-one with me and so on, if it's appropriate to your level. And then about, I'm not going to press this button because it's me talking at you, and it just tells you what I've told you about the community, really. There's a bit more down here about what it's for. I've tried to keep it very simple. But I think the bit you'll use mostly is probably the community for chat, classroom in case you want to look up any resources, the calendar if you want to find out what the heck's going on, and probably the DMs. See over here, look, these lovely people have all been messaging me because I'm in a couple of other school groups. Anybody who's followed me for a while might know a couple of these people. Trevor Jones, he's the one who taught me to video edit, although I don't really do most of the things he taught me. Anybody who wants to learn how to edit properly, he's an ex-Hollywood editor. Honestly, he's superb. If I did half the stuff he taught me, I'd be brilliant by now. Kirk Nugent is my YouTube coach, and some of these are crazy friends that are in Kirk's group. So that's where you'll be able to DM me. You'll find me in here and just message me. Like I said, I will be checking that regularly, so I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Let me just close that off. Was that helpful? How do you access this school thing? Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the link in here. Copy. There we go. I'll put in the link in the chat here. So if you join, bear in mind it is new, so bear with me. I am just developing it. This is a learning curve to me as well. So get interacting and tell me what you'd like from it. But you might find, oh, hi Sally. What you might find is, hi Jennifer. What was I going to say now? I've forgotten what I was going to say. Yeah, if you are a paying member on my channel, if I don't notice you've joined, will you DM me or drop me an email, whichever you prefer. It's miniscenesgb@gmail.com if you prefer to email me, and I'll give you that free upgrade because you're already a paying member, so you don't duplicate. Anybody who does want to join as a paying member, that would be absolutely awesome, and it will give me a bit of a kick up the bottom to get on and get these more stuff in the resources. But I have got a lot planned. There we go. So I hope to see some or all of you in there. In the chat here. Oh, hi Maria. In the chat here, a few of these people are already in there. I've launched it to a handful, as I say, a handful of friends first, just so that they can sort of sense check what I'm doing and help me get it kicked off, really. So it wasn't empty when you all arrived. So, Sally, I have messaged you. I don't know if you've seen it on Discord. Just drop me a line if you would, please. It was only to tell you about this anyway, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss you of all people. Anything anybody else wants to know or wants me to go back over, because as you can probably tell, I'm very excited about this. I have been jabbering away here at a rate of knots. I was too much in a rush and too excited to even put my makeup on. The years have not been kind. Also, if any of you are feeling qualified to write a course, if you've got a sufficient level of knowledge to share, and you know how to write a course, get in touch with me, because I'm quite happy to host it on this platform. If and we can talk about the best way to do it for you. If you know a load of stuff but don't know where to start, I'm going to try and come up with a bit of a template for course creation, so we can have something fairly consistent so people know what they're getting. Bear with me, that's going to take me a little while to develop as well. But that would mean that if anybody's got a level of expertise that they would like to share properly through a course and wants a bit of guidance on how to do that, then trust me, that's something I really can consider myself an expert in. There's not much I think I'm an expert in, but that is. I was a learning and development specialist by trade, and my master's equivalent qualification, the CIPD diploma in learning and development, is in learning and development for adults, not kids. I'm not very good with kids. I'm far too irresponsible for kids. So, you know, I'd be totally up for helping you, and it'd be nice to get other crafts on there, not just the resin. And the jewellery one, that'll be good for not just resin crafts, that'll be beading as well, because I have done a lot of jewellery making in the past, and I think Sherry might be thinking at some point of doing a jewellery course for us as well. Any more questions? Anything you'd like me to go over? Ideas, suggestions, further comments about my green nail varnish, anything? While I have another swig of my cold drink. Apologies if it's taking me a second to reply to your comments, by the way, but there's a slight delay. So you type them in, and it's I think it's a couple of minutes before I see them. So please don't think I'm being rude. And also, you might find that some of the people watching are watching on a different platform. So if you think you're missing a bit of the chat, it's because they might be on Facebook and you're on YouTube. I can see them all, but we are going out live on what have we got? Facebook, YouTube, Insta. There you go. In both portrait and landscape. I've only just discovered my streaming software can do that. So, anything more, folks? Because if not, I shall go and finish my can of beer. And you know what? I think I've earned myself a bottle of wine after today as well. Enjoy and relax, says Deb. Thank you, Deb. If that's it then, folks, again, if I can just reiterate the thanks for all the support that you guys have all given me. There are some people in amongst this chat here who I consider to be real friends. I've met some amazing people through this, and of course an old friend, my friend Denny, that I used to work with. It's so good. Den, it's so good to see you in chat. We must catch up sometime. I'll be seeing the Northampton Magnet Fishers, Nigel, Terry and Paul next month, and a load of other people. If you're intrigued about any of these people I'm interviewing, the reason I wanted to go out and interview people about how they do YouTube is there's a lot of stuff on YouTube about, this is titles, thumbnails, all that sort of thing. Skip the intro, get straight to the point, all that. Nobody was actually saying to me when I was getting started, "Hi, Patricia, this is how you top down film. This is the sort of phone grippy thing." Yeah, look, I'm in the craft room, you see. Get one of these instead of one of those. It's got resin all over it, look. You know the ones like that, they break. So I had to learn that for myself, and how to get one of these arm thingies and where to put the lights. So my idea with going out to interview these people, like Nigel with his hat with a camera on the front, was actually physically, how do you do that? How do you really nuts and bolts do that? Fish shop Matt, I wanted to know how he could film fish tanks without having a glare on the glass. Things like that, the practicalities, and I find it fascinating. Sally, at All Aboard Resin Creations, how on earth do you film or make resin stuff, when you're on a boat, it's doing that. And when the tide comes in, it's doing this. When the tide goes out, it might be like that. Next time the tide goes out, it might be like that. See, I was intrigued. So, if you're as curious as I am and think you might find that helpful, YouTube for grown-ups. I've also got a channel where I dump all sorts of random things called Tracey's Random Stuff. So if you like things with rather too many legs, like isopods, terrariums, car shows, it really is very random. Me going on days out, Tracey's Random Stuff it will be a funky channel for you to look at. If you're interested in cats, my cat has got a channel. He's got 24 subscribers, you know. Lego the Rescue Cat is what you search for there. What's the other one? Oh yes, Mini Scenes Studio. No GB in it, just Mini Scenes Studio. That's where I'm trying to teach myself to watercolor paint and reviewing different types of paints and things like that. But there will be other crafts on there as well. I think that my candle making stuff, that'll end up on there too. I've got a lot of channels, haven't I? I tell you what, I'll put links to them all down in the description below this live, in case anybody wants to be nosy and see what else I'm mucking about with. Nigel says meow. You know, my cat doesn't meow much, doesn't purr much either. Well, he does, but you can barely hear it. And it's because he was brought up in a multi-cat household in a flat in Birmingham, one of the high-rise flats, I think. So he's never been outside, and he must have learned that when he meows, the humans don't pay attention. And cats don't meow to talk to each other, and they don't purr. They do that for us. So if you don't respond to a cat when it meows or purrs, it doesn't learn to meow and purr. So we've had him for nearly a year, and he's purring so you can only just hear it now. He seems excessively happy, but this little purr is only just starting to appear, and it is so quiet. And he only really meows if you stand on his paw by accident, or pick him up when he doesn't want to be picked up, and he goes. He's very silly, and his name really is Lego. That's not my fault. That was the rescue centre's fault. Right, I think we have run out of comments, questions. Well, thank you, Michelle. I tell you, it's so much fun. I only started this channel because I made a necklace and I wanted to show my friends how I made it, and the easiest way was to film it when I made another one. And suddenly it had got like subscribers, and I'm like, what's going on here? It's just gone mad from there. Right then, folks, I'm going to love you and leave you. It's nearly an hour. Patricia had a vocal cat. My old cats were. It's just this one that isn't. He's bonkers, but not vocal. I love you and leave you, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you a million times from the very bottom of my heart. Your support and all your nice comments. I would have given up so many times over if it hadn't been for you all. You're awesome, and it does mean so much to me, more than I have words. I'm just waffling now, aren't I? Anyway, oh, Carol, if you're thinking of starting a channel, would you drop me an email, because I can hook you up with our little support group that we've got for people starting new YouTube channels. So if you drop me an email, bye Maria. If you drop me an email at miniscenesgb@gmail.com, I can hook you up with the group. It's a little bit quiet at the moment, but we have got a few beginners in the channel who are only just getting started, and it's kind of what the group's for. So you're not on your own, and you can run some questions by a few people, and we'll all try and help. Waffling, says Sherry. I'm waffling. You're quite right. Thank you, Sherry. She's telling me off now. No, I won't, Patricia. I'm having too much fun, and I'm making too many lovely friends like these guys, so I'm in for the long haul. Take care then, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. And before Sherry tells me off for waffling again, I better go. So as what should we say? Oh, a friend of mine says, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. There we are. Okay then, take care, and I'll look forward to seeing some of you in the school platform. And oh, Deb's on her way into the hub as well, the craft hub. Lovely. And what's Jenna doing? And Carol, yes, drop me a line on my emails. Okay, I'm going now. I really am. I really am. Bye. Bye.